Good morning students. Today we are going to start our large intestine till the small intestine. We have finished our portion in the digestive system. The main heading of this system is digestive system, and the topic which we are going to start today, that is the large intestine till small intestine, we have finished yesterday. So let us take a quick review whatever we have learned till yesterday. So in our previous classes we have already talked about the digestive system. In digestive system I have told you it is comprises of two things. Number one, alimentary canal. Number two, digestive glands. So about the alimentary canal I have told you the various parts of the alimentary canal, like mouth, like pharynx, like esophagus, like stomach, like small intestine, next large intestine. So till now we have finished mouth part, we have finished pharynx, esophagus, stomach and small intestine. Yesterday we have also learned about the juices, about the pancreatic juice, about the intestinal juices secreted by the pancreas gland and by the intestinal gland. Intestinal gland are those glands which are present in small intestine, and they help for the digestion of the food. They just break the complex food material into the simplest form, into the simpler form for absorption of that food in our body. So yesterday we had talked about the juices secreted by pancreas and intestinal gland. So in pancreas we have talked about various juices, various enzymes, like amylase we have talked, like trypsin we have talked, like carboxypeptidase we have talked, like DNase we have talked, or you can say nucleotidase. Fifth, lipase we have talked. So amylase for digesting starch into the maltose, trypsin, protein into the peptide, carboxypeptide, protein and peptide into amino acid, DNA and RNA into the nucleotide, lipase, lipid into fatty acid and glycerol. After that we have talked about the intestinal gland also. In this we have talked about maltase, sucrase, lactase and so many others, like dipeptidase, nucleotidase, etc. We have talked maltose into the glucose, sucrose into the glucose, lactose into the glucose, dipeptide into the amino acid, nucleotidase, DNA and RNA into the nucleoside plus ribose sugar. So today we are going to start our new topic, that is large intestine. Duodenum, jejunum, ileum part of small intestine connected with connected with large intestine. It is divided into three parts. Number one, colon, cecum, colon, rectum. Rectum. So the first part, cecum, is there. It is the extended part. It is the first part of the large intestine where actually unabsorbed material is absorbed or digested. Very little and few things are digested into the cecum. Food material, and also helps in digestion of them. After then, just behind the cecum, there is one organ is found, that is called appendix, or you can call vermiform appendix. You call it vermiform appendix, right? Whenever it gets infected, we get the pain of appendix. After that, colon part is there. In colon part, actually unabsorbed or high amount of water. Remaining water, minerals, etc. are reabsorbed. अगर पूरी डाइजेशन में कहीं पे कोई एक्स्ट्रा वाटर, मिनरल और etc. चीजें बच जाती हैं, they are reabsorbed with the help of this colon part, and this colon part is actually divided into three parts. It is in this manner, like this. This is cecum. It is called ascending colon. Ascending colon. Three parts are there. This is called ascending colon, चढ़ता हुआ colon. This is called transverse colon. This one, transverse colon. Now this one is called descending colon. Descending colon, उतरता हुआ नीचे की तरफ. This is called, this portion is called sigmoid curve. Sigmoid curve or colon. And this part is called rectum, and it is called anus. So the large intestine, I have already told you, first part is cecum, second part is colon, the third part is rectum. So colon, I have told you, three main part is there: ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon. After that, sigmoid curve is present, and the next thing, rectum is there, third part. Rectum is a portion where undigested food material, unabsorbed food material, waste food material is stored for some time. After that, one structure is there that is called anus, and it is a sphincter like muscle, it is a circular muscle, it is a these are muscles actually which helps in excreting out that waste material. So anus is what? It is a sphincter like muscles which helps in the excretion. So till now large intestine part we have finished today, and let me clear you once. The first part is called cecum, the second part colon, the third part rectum, and large intestine is mainly used only for the undigested portion, only for the removing out, excreting out waste materials. So first part cecum is there where few undigested portion is reabsorbed back. Colon is there where remaining water and all other things are reabsorbed back. Rectum where all the waste material get stored, and anus is a sphincter like muscle, round sac like structure which helps in the excretion of that waste material. So till large intestine we have completed today. Try to learn this. Now I am giving you few homework, few questions. Try to find out the answer of that. Homework. Question number 1. Write down the name of 3 parts of large intestine. Question number 2. Write down the name of 3 parts of colon. Question number 3. What is the function of vermiform appendix? So let me tell you the first, try out to find out the answer of all these. If you will not be able, tomorrow I will explain the answer of all these 3 questions which I have given today. So thank you very much.